I'll tell you one thing right now. The New Jersey Devils have already decided one thing they want to do tonight early is get into the skin of Paul Kariya. Jamie Langenbrunner put the butt end of his stick right into the midsection of Paul Kariya before the puck was dropped.
And we obviously know now who the Devils want to match up against. The Mighty Ducks have to declare their lineup on the starting sheet first because they're the visiting team. Right away, the Devils countered with the John Madden line and Scott Stevens and Rapolsky on the blue line. So Paul Kariya is the guy they're going to focus on.
Rapolsky sends it line around the net. He and Stevens out there defensively. Jaguar looking in behind the net. Cleared by Nick Hovland. Hovland tried to clear it around. On that seam and bounced right down in behind the net. Came back for Rapolsky. Rapolsky sends it up towards Langenbrunner. Ruchin intercepted. Ruchin drops it off back. Gets it. This is where the offense comes from for both teams. You get turnovers. Their defense will move it up to the forwards and away they go. But dropped it just wide. Madden in front almost tipped that one off. Friesen moves up. Friesen number 12 in white for the Devils. 3 game-winning goals in the last series against Buffalo. Niedermeyer couldn't hold it in. Kariya cleared. It will be the icing call on the top. Hey, it gets pretty good early, Wade.
John Madden, you know what? He's actually a good offensive player that comes in a disguise. He's disguised as a defensive player, but if you look at the scoring totals, he and Jamie Langenbrunner are the co-leaders in points. You know, Jaguar had that going into his glove. Madden got his stick in front of him before the puck got to the weapon. John Madden always dances. If Joe Newendorf got to the lineup, Madden is going to have to take even more face-offs than he used to, and he leads everybody in the playoffs in that department.
Niedermeyer trying to hold that in, could not. Schmelik, Danico, Stevenson, and Newendorf are all scratches for the New Jersey Devils. So that hit Lord Lundy's problem, Joe Newendorf has is keeping him out of this game of 1, and that is potentially a critical loss for the New Jersey Devils. Swept back into the zone. Frederick Olsen out of the lineup. Cam Severson, Alexei Smirnov, all scratches for the Ducks. Their regular lineup in. Gomez trying to run it into the zone. Sauer spun around, took him down. Brent Sauer, a rookie defenseman, has played outstanding hockey and has been used in key situations by Babcock. Elias kicked it in onside. Jaguar came back to play it. Turned it around the near side where the Devils were changing. Through center, loose Devils get it back. Early on, very early on, the first 2 minutes, the Devils territorially have had play. Oakland sets it around the far side. Comes around, hit from behind, not high enough to draw a penalty. There's some non-fire. Friesen goes after another one at the other end. Friesen hits Sikora. Sikora, of course, played with the Devils for 7 years. He is now with the Ducks. He was a member of one of the best offensive lines the Devils ever had. He and Elias teamed up on what was known as the A-line.
You figured that there would be some rust because of the layoff, and there is. The Mighty Ducks.
Adam Oates on the Mighty Ducks. Ruslan Saleh is out there defensively. Now in the lineup is Davidovsky, who's back in. He has been in and out of games. He hasn't played in the last 6 games, so a long break for him. Brodeur save, rebound, shot up and over the net. And Bonds on the lineup had the rebound opportunity held in by Swinard. Max Swinard getting back into the lineup on a regular basis. He has been out 5 games. Cleared off on the far side. That's Swinard, number 11 for the Mighty Ducks.
And Swinard is quite straight to center, but he will play some right wing in this line with Jason Close in the middle. The Devils use 4 lines more than Anaheim, usually. If Mike Babcock runs less than 4 lines, they can get some ice in this final.
Yuri Basic, who's wearing number 9 for the Devils, is their only rookie. He has played in only 2 games now, playing in that Game 7 in Ottawa, getting back in the lineup here for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. What a treat for that rookie. That'll be whistled on a 2-line pass, and the face-off will go the other way. The second best save percentage and the third best goals against average ever for a goaltender in a playoff year. Right now, he has those numbers.
And the reason that he has become such a story is not only the excellence, and the numbers speak for themselves. Don't lose sight of the fact this is his first time ever in the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is his first finals game, obviously.
Just the opposite, of course. Marty Brodeur at the other end, a veteran of playoff games. Brodeur is 18 finals game. Langenbrunner had that one knocked away in behind the net. Cleared back near side to Hovland. Hovland played 8 years in the Swedish Elite League. Got it up to Kariya. Don't take it in. Scott Stevens with Niedermeyer in the corner. 2 Niedermeyers, of course. The brothers playing against one another. Carney, the wrister, didn't get through the screen. Kariya shot up and over the net. Paul Kariya got that one in the slide on the rebound. Niedermeyer dumps it down low. Ruchin looking into the middle again. Kariya shot, and he missed it wide.
Here Paul Kariya's hanging up in the hot slot. Very hard to cover out there. The closer you get to the goal, the more you play into the defender.
He found a little room on the Brett the Devils react to it. Rapolsky takes it back in behind the net. Both of these teams will try and clog it up and center out. They like to play a trapping defense, so you'll generally see only one forechecker move into the zone. Back to Billy on the brings it in. And he has to return pass. Got to back it up in front. It went wide. Marshall hit. Oh, now LeClair's got it. LeClair looking for Thomas. Odd man rush, 4-on-3. Ozolin leads it. Open shot. Great chance. Marshall the other way. In the middle. Shot. Side to Gale. So it opens up in a hurry. 3-on-1 the other way with Breland coming down the middle.
Sanders Ozolin went to the net on the Sequoia side. He got caught. That's how the Devils got their odd man rush.
We may see more of that. Sanders Ozolin loves to be an offensive defenseman. Played by Niedermeyer, waiting for his teammates to clear the zone. Did not wait long enough. Whistle on the outside. Boy, good chances at each end.
No kidding. When Sanders Ozolin jumps up, he is just a presence. Here he is here. Watch, he dishes to Sikora. Nice play. He got right close to Scott Niedermeyer. Look at this rocket. Did Brodeur get a piece of this? I thought he might have touched it before it went off the post, so we may have to give him credit for a save. Then at the other end, beautiful drop pass to Sergei Breland, and as usual, in perfect position, J.R. Giguère with his first bona fide save of the game.
This lost the leg, bring it around and out of the zone, intended for Paulson, but it gets deflected away at center. Thomas came up. He tried to get it to Paulson. Gianni kicked it away. Ducks back on side. Into the zone to Nevsky, and he got it in too late. That's going to be whistled on the offside. Marty Brodeur.
Mentioned the man at the other end is playing his first ever Stanley Cup Finals game. Brodeur is playing his 18th Stanley Cup Final game, and he's pretty darn tough at home, folks. A minuscule goals against average, pretty darn good anywhere, but he's just awesome at home.
Devils are 8-1 at home this playoff year. Anaheim 6-0.
Without ever making it to the Stanley Cup Finals.
19 years. Now he's done.
Yes, sir.
Got deep into the zone. Volodovsky with the hit. Wild left out it in. Again at the front of the net. They're trying to get it down low from Ozolin. In front, got deflected away to the corner. Jason Crow trying to redirect. Move back up the near side and out of the zone. Devils will send it in and complete a defensive change to end the play. Devils got a couple of quick passes in. Freeze it off the wall. They result in an errant pass to Niedermeyer. Scott Niedermeyer, the defenseman for the Devils right there. Rod Niedermeyer, the forward for the Mighty Ducks. They will meet one another sooner or later, probably more than once. There he is, Niedermeyer, the two brothers. Scott Niedermeyer takes control up against the board. In return, Rod Niedermeyer grabs his stick.
Rob is the younger, but he's the big brother. He is bigger than Scott.
Steve Lucic misses off 2-on-1. Correa coming to the net. Correa gets held up. And puts Correa way behind. Langenbrunner pulled up, and he didn't get caught on the penalty.
Two beautiful plays. The dish by Rob Niedermeyer, and then the defensive play by Jamie Langenbrunner.
Langenbrunner right there is the man out there watching Correa right now. Comes up for the side. Two-line chance gets blocked. Correa picks it up. Correa's got to wait for a little ahead. Ducks want to change. They send it into the offside zone. Stevens out there. Stevens hit by Sikora, his former teammate. Madden cleared it back in behind the net. Devils will complete their change.
We talked about the matchup the Devils want with Scott Stevens and John Madden out there against Paul Correa. That is the big reason that Mike Babcock will not play Correa with Oates and Sikora. He doesn't want his eggs in one basket. Too easy to check.
Series, 3 shots so far. 12 and a half minutes left to go for the series. 2 for the Devils and 1 for the Ducks.
Great intensity, though. I'll tell you, Mike Babcock is doing the smart thing. He has to do more coaching or at least get a feel for his bench because they've been on for 11 days. He is just rolling. 4 lines, 60, 4 lines, 60.
Here's Gomez, 2-on-1. Gomez in, Gomez side shot to put the wide and held on to. Led off a defense here to bring you complete coverage of the Stanley Cup Finals. The Mighty Ducks get there for the first time. The Jersey Devils looking to win their third cup. Fourth time they get to the finals. Gomez behind the net. Gomez, turnaround shot blocked. Came right back to it. Gomez, another chance. Giguère knocked it down. Shot just wide. Giguère gonna beat. That was Marshall. Grant Marshall turning his back. Don't take away the this line.
in everybody's game when you haven't played in that long.
Yep. Davidowski will drop that one back. As T-Stock moves up, Stanislav T-Stock, the 20-year-old Russian, trying to set them on rookie. Rookies are available on this Anaheim team. Only one playing for the New Jersey Devils. T-Stock, Sauer are both rookies. One of the Mighty Ducks. That one deflected off the back of Gomez. I think was in the middle of the line change there. Sent it to the zone by back down off the far side. And moved down by Ozilich. Great backhand pass. Bounce off the near side corner. Tied up by Niedermeyer. He can do that. Sauer dropped it back. Puck loose on the far side. Good effort up there by the rookie. Isaac to force that play to center. Isaac just ran all over the place with it. Went off the outside of the net. Coming out delayed. Called in as the whistle. Behind the play, we'll see our first penalty of the game coming up. Dan Marawelli, Brad Watson working tonight's game. Brian Murphy, Tim Nowak are the linesmen.
Number 19, New Jersey, 2 minutes for charging.
Both refs had this one. Oh, yeah. A hit from behind on Jason Krog by McKenzie. Here's Giguère in the sequence that he had. Look, he couldn't see the shot from the point. It finally came. Oh, that's why it surprised him. What we didn't know is that he never saw the shot coming. He was lucky just to catch it in the palm of his left hand and pull it back down front to Marshall.
Power plays have not exactly been what these teams have lived off. They are both 5-on-5 hockey teams here in the playoffs and regular season. McKenzie goes charging a 9-17 first power play of the game. There you see the numbers for the New Jersey Devils. Their power play was dead last during the regular season. Penalty kill of Anaheim, second best in the league regular season wise. That'll be deflected back the other way. Power play underway here. Havlet's got it. Havlet in through. Somehow didn't go in. Brodeur went down on that puck and right between the legs, it looked like, and then went wide of the net. Havlet will drop it back. Anaheim's power play 16th overall, while the New Jersey Devils have the best penalty kill in the NHL. Number 1. They just don't give them up. Moved back in by Soleil. He tried to go through the middle. Korea. There's a break. Thomas has it. Thomas has passed deflected. Stevens is dead. Giguère at the other end.
But neither of these teams really has an overpowering power play, but they've been able to score timely goals in the playoffs when they needed them. But every time you move forward to another series, the slate is white clean to start again.
Niedermeyer able to hold it in. Rob Niedermeyer drops it back for Ozilich. Niedermeyer skating in, hand room, shot, save made, and Brodeur covers. And White comes in to clear out in front.
Don't forget Thursday night, we will have game 2 and game analysis, locker room report. We'll have it all for you.
Power play continues. 40 seconds left on it for the Ducks. Segura moved in, lost it. Cleared out Pandolfo. Here's the short-handed Kings on Mountain in. Shot, stopped by Giguère, and he covers the rebound. Nobody gets better chances short-handed than number 11 of the New Jersey Devils.
Part of it's the mentality. He's always thinking of going the other way as soon as there's a break. But you want to see some junkyard dog tenacity after the shot. He wanted to get there for the rebound. He barreled his way around Sanders Oslings and actually got a poke at the puck. Once Giguère had it in his glove, I mean, there's just no quit in John Madden.
John Madden leads all players this playoff year in short shots. He has 56 shots on goal coming in. Back to the point. Stevens, save again. Another short-handed chance right off the draw for Scott Stevens, who's got 3 goals this playoff year.
Check this out. And Adam Oates is one of the best in the league. A screenshot, too. I mean, Giguère's had at least a difficult time in seeing some of these shots early. And that was a short-handed chance.
Bill, we thought early without Niedermeyer, without Nieuwendyk playing a great draw man, the Devils would be at disadvantage on face-off.
I'll tell you what, they just won another one, but the Ducks ended up with possession, but they actually won that draw. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be real interesting to see how well John Madden and Pascal Rayon and Sergei Brylin has moved into the center spot as well. But the Devils seem to find a way.
3 attempted clears by New Jersey, and they don't get it out, not on the 4th time either. Havlet held it in. Stevens was doing battle. Now finally cleared out of the zone. Ozilich, as he intended, Havlet's going to have to chase him back, and the power play's over. 1 shot on that power play for the Ducks. So they do not convert it, remain scoreless. Shots are 6-2 in favor of the Devils. Icing call coming up on the touch by Niedermeyer. The Stanley Cup.
Playing the very next night, he says his dad always taught him to finish what he started, which is why he's always wanted to stay in Anaheim.
He believes that they will win the Stanley Cup. He has said that through his 9 years in Anaheim, that I have seen myself holding the cup up, wearing the Ducks uniform, and I'm staying here to try and get it. Davidowski plays it around the near side. Elias no score in this first battle continues. These teams so much alike in this playoff year. As the Devils have given up 1.7 a game, the Ducks 1.5. We're giving up nothing a game.
No, they get by on defense. You mentioned their transition games, their counterattacks. They both have tremendous stopper units. Ruchin and Carney, they're the two main guys for the Ducks, and Stevens and Madden for the New Jersey Devils. They really are carbon copies of each other.
Oleg Davidovsky went back in behind the net to get it. Both teams changing. Davidovsky, you can fly out there when he gets going. Freezing. Pass bounced away. Ruchin didn't realize it was coming. Rolled in line by Madden. Air played it. That back in intended for Carney. Sauer will pick it up. Carney, the veteran, Sauer, the rookie, together as a defensive pairing. Sauer knocked it ahead. Pandolfo had it batted away again. Stevens will take it deeper into the zone. Scott Stevens and Rafalski, the defensive pairing for New Jersey. Langenbrenner in the middle, trying to knock that one down. Couldn't get to it. Carney leads the Ducks in minutes per game this year in the playoffs. Back out for Stevens. Stevens will drop it back over to Rafalski. Ryan Rafalski, couple of goals, 6 assists in the playoff year. That one's sent in towards the net. Brodeur will play it. Artie Brodeur will drop it off. Brodeur's got 79 playoff wins. He is 6th all-time in that department and only one behind Ken Dryden. He gets a victory tonight. He is tied Dryden for 5th all-time among goalies in the playoffs in double. Cleared ahead. Gianna Ozelin's trying to get it. Sauer cleared it around the board. Intended for Ocean. Never got there. Gianna to Breland. Breland looking into the middle for Friesen. And it's blocked. Gianna does battle with Sauer. Sauer had it pinned up. Friesen. Gianna. Sauer. Nowhere to go with it. We'll see a lot of these kind of scrums in this series.
You bet. More than we've seen even in the first period.
The hard work on the blocker of Jaguar. Gianna backhanded. That one right through the top of the paint. Picked up by Oates. Oates looking. Sikora's in front of him. Dished it into the corner. Sikora gets cut off. White makes him pay. Good hit by Colin White. White got hit from behind as well. Sikora gets taken down. Penalty coming. Power play is going to be coming. Delayed call here. Penalty's going to be on the Devils. White's going to pick it up, and there's the whistle.
Jaguar, I don't think, knew that the penalty was coming. He never even made a move to the bench.
So a power play opportunity when we return. First period, Devils Ducks. No score. Get their second power play. They were led during the regular season by Peter Sikora's 15 power play goals. Ruchin's going to get chased. And moving in will be Paul Correa. Correa putting the stick down. Madden won the face-off up the center. Sikora gets it. Power play for the Ducks. Cleared out again. Length of the ice. Rafalski. Jaguar came out to get it. Haviland will take it back in behind the net. 6-2 the shots in favor of the Devils. Ducks have not had a shot for a long time. They did not get it on the power play opportunity last time around. Up the near side, Correa leaves it. Devils challenging the puck. Haviland sends it back in behind the net. Thomas trying to get it in front. Stevens blocked it. Centering pass at the side of the net. Came to the boards. Pandolfo couldn't clear. Correa's working a point on this power play. All Correa on the point. There he is near side. Tried to hold it in and did. Correa's getting no time to shoot. Madden came right out on it. Deep Ruchin down low. Haviland's the only defenseman on this unit, on this power play unit. There he is. Haviland, the wrister, off the blocker. Came back into the middle. Good play. Sikora center. Bouncing puck wide.
Scott Stevens got a piece of that. Otherwise, Steve Thomas had himself a little slammer from the side.
Great setup, but not quite.
Larry Robinson, Don Sikora's jersey, and the Devils won in 2000.
Sikora Friesen are interesting mirrors here in this series because they were involved in deals for one another with the Mighty Ducks and the Devils. Down low, Niedermeyer backhander blocked by Niedermeyer. One brother blocked the other. Ron Niedermeyer's shot was blocked by Scott Niedermeyer.
Old brothers.
You're going to hear about that. Mother said, play nice.
She also said, I hope Rob wins.
And the reason was,
took a stand because Scott's got 2. Robbie's younger. He's never won one. And guess what? She's actually staying at Scott Niedermeyer's here in New Jersey, and she picked the younger brother.
And they let her stay. Yeah. Niedermeyer clears it around. You can't get Mom out no matter what she said. Not that you want to. Jaguar at the other end to get it. Power play down to 10 seconds left to go on it. You can see why Bill and I have said the Ducks, when they get the power play chance, might want to think about declining. Drop back to Ozelin.
That's obviously why the Devils are showing them no respect. They're chasing them all over the place. If you don't fear a power play and you've got them on the run, keep running them.
They got only one shot on that power play and did not convert. They wave off any icing. Correa came down the other end. So the Ducks get off that 2 mark in shots. They've got 3 now in the period. Pretty good hit on Gianna. Fans wanted to call. Gianna trying to run it in on Jaguar. Just went down on his knees and knocked it away.
What a nifty stick move by Brian Gianna there just to get the puck in front.
Back the other way. Defenseman fell. Whalen dropped it. Gianna to the middle. Backhand side. Saw a little opening. Went into the middle. Shot deflected. Rebound never got through. Soleil blocked it. Ruslan Soleil in the middle blocked the chance. Gianna was in the high slot. Gianna tried to hold up. Soleil didn't get knocked down. Whalen trying to hold it in. Did once, not twice. Jason Crow drops it off. They need a line change.
Devils a little guilty of fine-tuning it there. A couple of guys had a chance to blast, but they were fine-tuning.
Scoring chances even up, so's the score. 0-0. In behind the net, Stevens has it. Scott Stevens, plus 12. The best plus-minus in the playoffs. Into the corner. Swung around Haviland. Gomez and Haviland do battle. Bounces. Cleared back behind the net before it could get in front. Ducks avoiding danger there, and it's cleared out of the zone. Wisniewski a fine play to get it up from behind the net. Third backhand, Tommy Haviland, the veteran defenseman, takes the hit from Swenard. Puck didn't go very far side, bounces up off the dasher. Paulson had it. They get it back to Bilesma. Bilesma looking. Paulson's in front of the net. Got to go back to get it. Paulson couldn't get there in time. Cleared around the near side. Devils. Marshall will clear it out. Boy, this one's got some pace to it. Dan Bilesma sends it in. Paulson doing battle with Tommy Haviland of the Devils. Paulson got the puck. The Ducks were changing. He had to hold it. He didn't have anybody out there in the same uniform color. Paulson, backhand, forehand, trying to get a shot off. Haviland blocked it. Niedermayer's got it. Niedermayer sends a little take shot. Backhander saved by Brodeur. That's going to cover.
Some great sustain.
Steve Ruchin moves in to take the draw. Carney's back at a point. Correa's along the wall.
John Madden's getting kicked out of the face-off circle there. All those Devils face-off artists, they're centers, they're lefties. Langenbrunner's a righty, but John Madden tried to cheat to get the forehand of the corner because he didn't want to draw it to Brodeur. He got kicked out. Now the loss. Look at this.
Keith Carney a chance. Madden came up and blocked it. Just put the body right in front of it. Cleared back up by White. Pandolfo. Madden. That one off the back of Carney. Carney just takes the hit. And a penalty's coming. He got the gloves up on Madden, and Madden, who is one of the great yackers in NHL history, goes by and thanks him for the penalty. Let's check in with Darren Bang.
Thanks very much, Gary. And with the Devils going on the power play, they'll get another look at goaltender Jean-Sebastien Giguère. And they're finding out something Detroit, Dallas, and Minnesota already know. When you've got a shot, don't go between the legs. That one he didn't see, but the second one on Marshall, he shuts down that 5-hole as well as anybody does. He's obviously mastered the technique. He keeps the arms nice and tight inside. I'm sure they're going to try to go to other areas.
And the thing is, he teases you with it. It looks like it's a gaping opening, just waiting for your shot, and then bang, it's gone.
First power play of the game for the Devils comes on the roughing call to Carney at 18-10. The Devils, the worst power play in the NHL, the fewest power play goals scored, and the fewest power play chances during the regular season. As we said, the Mighty Ducks, a great penalty killing unit. They were second best in the NHL in killing out penalties. Niedermayer will move it up. Got it into the zone, trying to bounce it with Freeland. Ruslan Soleil up and out. Rafalski tried to hold it in, but could not do it. Whistled offside. Our Southwest Intermission report coming up in a minute 21. John Barry, Chris standing by. They'll have the goalie report card coming up. And how about Patrick Roy's announcement that he's done? End of an era. A look at that. All coming up. And boy, is that going to send some shockwaves through the NHL and through the goaltending ranks as to who goes where.
Colorado's not the only team. It's been this team with the press conference is about, and we all expected that's what it is. They're not the only team looking for a goalie, so if you got an extra goalie out there, GMs, get ready. You're in a good spot.
Langenbrunner trying to get to it. Soleil cleared it out of there.
You mean an extra really good goalie?
Really good goalie. Rafalski takes it back. I'm going to be interested in seeing that, whether or not how much of the team they lose out there in Colorado. I have a feeling there may be a couple of guys not coming back. That's going to be whistled on the other side. Patrick Elias. He and Sikora combined on that great line here with the Devils. Now they're playing against one another.
And Patrick Elias, I really think is going to have to be an offensive factor. Remember, Joe Nieuwendyk is they're just big skates to fill. Not only on the ice, because he's a clutch player, and especially in big game situations, but he is also an emotional leader for this team in the locker room. So they're going to have to try to get it done somehow without Joe Nieuwendyk.
Elias led the Devils in scoring for the 4th consecutive year. Power play's got 52 seconds left. There's less time than that remaining in this first period. Stevens gets turned by Bilesma. Vodovsky off the near side. He is going to get spun around again. Dan Bilesma moved over on him. Devils on a power play here. Stevens finally will just gun it in. Off the near side, Ruchin. Langenbrunner deflected down all the way to the other side and right in front of Giguère. Sour. 18 seconds left to go in the period. 26 left on the power play opportunity. Devils get one more run at it up ice. Davidovsky tried. Boy, these power plays, it is amazing that in the NHL, 2 power plays can be this bad.
But you know what? Penalty killing is that good.
Yeah, clearly. You're right. Absolutely right. So there will be 10 seconds left on the Devils power play when we start the second period. The shots in this one, 6-4. Both Brodeur and Giguère shutting down the upstairs here. Continental Airlines Arena. We're underway. Steve Ruchin on the faceoff. Had it, lost it. Stevens gets it up for Matt. Madden will send it in. And that will do it on the power play chance. Keith Carney's over the box. No shots for the Devils on the power play. This will have the puck. Langen runner in center. Shot. No. Pandolfo went underneath his stick.
He pulled the trigger. There was no ammunition. The puck went over his blade.
Would have been a hard shot, though. Except there's no puck.
Would have been a world-class base hit, too.
Pandolfo lines up. That's that one wide. Jamie Langen runner. Pandolfo and Madden on this line for the Devils. And around the boards. Madden looking. Takes a shot. That got deflected. There was a screen. And Giguère did not know where that went.
He thought he had it. Stayed on his knees for a couple of seconds.
Right back in by Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer pinned up by Stevens and Langen runner taken down. Rapolsky from behind the net. So the Ducks 0 for 2 on the power play. The Devils 0 for 1 on the power play. Both teams make a line change just underway here in period number 2. 6-4 the shots in favor of the Devils. Ryan Gianna brings it in. His chance. Giguère will glove it. Face off one back to White, and that's going to be gloved. Colin White from the point. He hasn't had a goal in the playoffs, but boy, has he made a difference on this team this year.
Here again, Jason Krog, supposed to be their ace in that corner, went right over his stick, and Sergei Brylin drew it back. Boy, the Devils have done really well in the draws. Now Krog goes off. The Mighty Ducks have an advantage because they have 2 righties and 2 lefties. Krog and Oates. Here's Adam Oates. They will always take the draws to the right of J.S. Giguère because their power move is to the corner.
Brylin won it. Another shot deflected, and again Giguère did not see it. Centering again, Giguère the save. Rebound sitting near side. Friesen shot blocked. Centering pass deflected down to the middle. Niedermeyer deflected back from Friesen. That got blocked by Sauer. Friesen a chance. That goes to the point. Niedermeyer holds it in. His chance. Giguère again blocked for save. They got to get back onside. Devils mounting pressure right here. Up the near side boards. Braylin's got it through under Friesen. Friesen in the middle shot.
The last goal of the Ottawa series and the first goal of the Stanley Cup Finals. Jeff Friesen. Sergei Brylin did a great job to get in tight, get in low, get the puck, and Giguère was out of position. Set, guessing that the puck was going to go out further to somebody else. It didn't.
The former Mighty Duck, Jeff Friesen, back into the middle. Correa had it, lost it, got kicked back into the corner. Johnny Adelaide dumps it around the net. Hit by Thomas and went down high. Ducks able to hold it in off that flash off by the around the boards. G-Stop level. Wojnarowski got a piece of him. Great pass for Elias, not quite connecting Gomez. Gomez will chase it down zone. And Gomez is due. Gomez may be playing the best hockey of the season. But he can't find the back of the net because he had some chance.
Gary, they're loving who they're playing against here. They're playing against G-Stop. Now they're the most of the game. The 2 top defensive centers, Madden and Richard, playing against one another. That means Stevens and Crowley are out there with them. I tell you what, Sakura and Oates for Anaheim. Elias and Gomez for the Devils. The table is being set for them to get their offensive games going. All of them.
1:45, second period. Friesen gets his 6th goal this playoff year. Brylin and Gianna pick up the assist on it. Here's Ruchin. Ruchin a backhander, running behind the net. Steve Ruchin came up for Correa. Correa trying to tip it to the blue line. Nobody was there. Madden will run it up. Madden can fly. Langer runner with him. Madden on the backhand. Hit the side of the net with a jam there off the net. And played by Keith Carney. Carney would not give him an answer. Ruchin dumps it in. Goes off Rapolsky's stick. Rapolsky played it into the middle. It'll be tipped by a Duck, so there'll be no whistle. Atwood will come back together. 1-0 lead. The Devils scoring on their 10th shot of the game. And this is where they will really clamp it down
thrilled to be in the Stanley Cup Finals because all I've ever had a chance to do is watch them. You know that Jaguar has done a little self-talk after the freezing goal because he was not in the perfect position that he usually is.
He is 3-0 in the game ones that have been played this year in the playoffs. The Ducks have won the previous 3 series. They've won each first game. Now trying to do it again here. The Devils, though, jump up 1-0. Breland off the face-off one by Krog. Cleared around by Soleil. Ballsma far side. Krog in the middle. Schwannard to get a ball on this line. Niedermeyer blocked it. Taken by Schwannard. He knocks it into the corner. Krog looking. Off a cutting center shot. One went behind the net. Good side down. Hits on it. Schwannard had a chance again, and that went through the pin. Held in Wisniewski in the corner. He drops it off to Jason Krog. Krog slide through some chances here for the Ducks. Schwannard trying to get set up in front of them. Through the puck up and get it there. Picked away by Krog into the corner. Krog pinned up by Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer poked it away. Schwannard again got it. High off the ground. Jason Krog take the hit. Krog holding up on the near side ball. Little help from Dan Bylsma. Bylsma had it knocked away by Krog. White over there defensively. Sent back Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer knocked it down. Niedermeyer trying to move it out of his own end. Niedermeyer nowhere to go. I'll tell you, this is tough sledding. Krog had it, lost it. Here's a 3-on-2 chance the other way. Friesen moves it up. White's a turn of one. Open right shot. Side made Jaguar. Friesen a shot. Jaguar back into the middle. Held on to. Wisniewski moved up. Sent it around the board. Not a good chance for the Devils. Wisniewski there. Collision behind the net as Rayon went down.
Rayon went right down to his face on the ice, too.
He stays up there, Bill.
Oh, yeah, he jammed in his face. It looked like his arms got stuck underneath him.
Adam Oates will come back to get it. The veteran Adam Oates, 2 goals, 2 assists in the last couple of games for him. That is a 2-line pass. Let's get out scared. Sam Ryan.
And guys, it's the most famous. I'll be happy for either of them, although I do wish that the Ducks do prevail.
Now we know the brothers are very close. They got a little physical tonight. What are you going to tell them about that?
Well, I don't say too much to either of them about playing now. I might have when they were smaller, but now that they're adults, they have to make those decisions, and I just have to watch them, I guess.
Thanks a lot, Carol. Bill, Gary.
There's Mom. How about that for a hockey mom at a Stanley Cup final?
She's earned the right to cheer for whoever she wants.
He also wants to keep those home-cooked meals coming. Cleared around by Carney. Ball career over. Good night. Deflected. Held in by Rapolsky to Carney. Dropped into the middle of Ruchin. And to Niedermeyer on the near side. Rob Niedermeyer lined up against Scott Stevens. Stevens checked in. Niedermeyer trying to get a shot off. Just rolled ahead. Stevens will clear it out. You were wondering, the last brothers to play in any major league sport against one another were the Boyer brothers, 1964 in baseball. They played against one another. That one dumped into the corner with Clayton and Ken Boyer. That one goes up and over the glass. The Devils.
Wisniewski was the guy who was trying to hit.
He went into the locker room to get that nose taken care of after finishing the shift. Leclerc in the corner. Leclerc tied up by White. Leclerc kicked it away. Leclerc behind the net. He and Sikora working there for the Ducks. Centering pass bounces over the net. Giada just says enough of that. And clears it out to center. Back in behind the net. Sauer dropped it off. Giada intercepted. Giada shot it back. Good job of forechecking by Friesen again to help create that turnover. Here's Oates the other way. One of the great setupmen of all time. Adam Oates again puts the puck on the stick. Breland had it blocked. Sends it over to Giada on a second attempt. And that's out of the zone. They've got to play it though. Ducks back in their own end. Friesen had moved up. Now there'll be a line change for the Devils. Rosalind saw that. Tried to rush the puck up ice. Chipped in. Brodeur leads it back for White. White. He turned it off the boards. Can't connect with the pass and they'll wave off any ice. Marty Brodeur, by the way, in the playoff series game 1 is 14 wins and 9 losses. 23 career game 1 starts in the playoff series. Taken by Cheestop, waiting for a little run, ran into Marshall, and down they went. Sent back into the zone. Gomez giving chase. Ruslan Soleil, that'll be touched up. Nicely called. Let's check in with Brian England. Brian.
Scott Stevens is always good for a couple of big hits in the play.
Knows all about Scott Stevens because when Scott was a kid, he was Brian's partner playing for the Washington Caps. You've got to get Brian to tell the story if you ever run into him about what it's like to get caught in that funnel with Scott Stevens coming across.
Here's John Madden. And a save made by Jaguar. Madden got around the D. Madden brings Brings it up along the boards or tried. Deflected away to Niedermeyer. They talk about funnels and tornadoes. Madden, chance, blood wide. There are a lot of similarities between tornado funnels and those at Stevens. Center went through everybody. There'll be no whistle on it. Brodeur comes out to play it. Leaves it back for Stevens. 1-0. Devils have the lead in the game on a Jeff Friesen goal. Friesen from Anaheim has had 4 goals in the last 7 games. Picked it up here in the opening minute. To 2 minutes of this second period. And Dolfo had it bumped away to center. Marshall couldn't get to it. Krog reaching, couldn't. Davidovski played it the other way. Soleil will get it. Devils will change. And Miles went trying to move it ahead. Tommy Avalon banked at it. Avalon been moving out of the zone. Guenard back. Guenard just avoids the hit as McKenzie went down trying to knock him over. Guenard sends it back the other way. Devils will come near side. Marshall bumps it up over the glass and into the penalty box.
Thursday night here.
Anaheim has had to play minimum number of games. Those against been hold it in. They've played only 14 games, 12 wins, 2 losses for the Mighty Ducks. That equals the fewest number of games played in NHL history by a team getting to the final. Cleared around White. White moving it up for New Jersey. White feathered that one in off the board. Friesen line back out there. Sauer. Friesen went after him. Breland held it in. Breland in behind the net after his own pass. Sauer got to it first around for Leclerc. Leclerc, Giannis stole it. Leclerc again. Pushes it to center. Giannis there to get it. He'll drop it back. Niedermeyer over to White. And White banned on the attempt. Oates sends it the other way. Down Niedermeyer right back out to center. Sauer tried to play that. Has to go back to Sanders Ozelek. Ozelek was Breland up on the forecheck. Drops it back. Sauer with it. Sauer near side. 12-6 the shots. Got his advantage. Second throw door. Thomas a chance.
White Thomas ripped it, but it was right out.
2-1 the other way. Gomez in the middle. Gomez. Pass a little too far behind him. Devils were changing. They were the only 2 on the ice. He drops it off for Elias. Elias. Marshall, the man who tried to set him up, goes to the front. Gomez. Save. Rebound loose. And finally cleared by Soleil. Got to be played by Tommy Avalon. Avalon back to get it. Good effort by the Devils right there. Almost caught the Ducks in a bad line change. Played by Carlson behind the net. Marshall intercept. Not out though. Shot from the point. Up in the air. Goes up. Wyszynski sticks to the near side. Now the pressure comes at the other end. Back to get it. Wyszynski cleared it around. Elias has it. Elias hits Carlson. Not out. Carlson waiting. His shot deflected. Marshall behind the net. Ducks complete a change. Devils need one. Tipped in the middle of Gomez. Gomez gets at the right side of that red line and dumps it in. And the Devils will change. Soleil back in behind the net. Devils leading 1-0 more than midway through this game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. The Devils and the Ducks, the only 2 left this NHL season. Sent in on a bounce. Brodeur backed up, played the hard. Lagerberger gets to the mat. Madden coming. Pandolfo on the left. Madden looking. Madden in. Shot high. Madden gets his own rebound. Boy, he flies around the ice. Cleared back out. Korea charging. And Rafalski turned that back with his own goaltender. Brodeur fearful that Korea was going to get that puck and get around it. Sent back to Niedermeyer. Waiting for his teammates to clear. They do. Attempted dump in. Never got there. Falling down was Rucci. Cleared back up, and Rafalski back together.
You know what gets rusty? It's not just the hands, it's the legs, it's the brain. The Mighty Ducks have allowed the Devils 4 on-man rushes. They were not even halfway, we're just past the halfway point in the game. The Devils were on top of their defensive game. They've allowed the Mighty Ducks 1, but there's mental rust out there too.
You're seeing the machine right now of the New Jersey face-off. Adam Oates again beaten on the draw by Breland. And it's sent into the zone. Niedermeyer coming back to get it in his own end. Gianna trying to knock it away. Oates was over there with him. Played by Leclerc and behind the net. Marty Brodeur left it there for White. White banked it off Niedermeyer. Up and out of the zone. It went off Ozelek. Adam Oates back. Adam Oates, 111 playoff assists. 23rd all time. He is also among the top 25 in playoff points scored. Number 77 out there for the Ducks. Friesen dropped it down. Gianna! Save made. Another odd man chance. Devils putting the heat on. Our Old Spice storyline. Game 1 of the finals. Since 39 Game 1 winners of the Stanley Cup Finals have gone on to win 50 of the 64 series. 1-goal games. Anaheim 10-1. Devils 5-3.
Our own play play is Jeff Friesen with the only goal of the game. A great short side shot on a Giguère who had set for a shot more to the middle of the ice.
Chance on Giguère again, and he hangs on. Jeff Friesen, who had those 3 game winners in the last series. The last person to do that was Mike Bossy. And he's a hot scorer right now. 4 goals in the last 7 games. Thought he should have had another one right there in that last play. Madden moves in to take the draw again. This one will be won back by Madden. Shot from Falsky. Blocker save. Kick right in front of Giguère. There was an empty net for a moment. But the puck squirted away from Langenbrunner. He was open. Langenbrunner. Shot. Blocked.
Keith Carney had no stick. Without his stick, he went and got Giguère in the corner. Now he's going back and forth. He was confused. What a sequence. He handed it to Giguère. Giguère dropped it. Carney turned around and saw the handle, thought it was his stick, picked it up and said, damn, this isn't mine either.
This one's got a blade that's a whole lot longer than the one I use. Ruchin going back in behind the net with Langenbrunner. Steve Ruchin digs it out. The Devils continue to create opportunities. Reaching out, fine play. Stevens to hold that in. Langenbrunner dishes one off the boards on the line. Rapolsky waiting. He'll dump it in behind the net. Madden came back to get it. Langenbrunner trying to get set up in front. Madden's got a screen. That one gets blocked into the corner. The Ducks, though, standing around a little bit right now. Havila didn't move in front of the net, and the puck hit him.
And that's why Madden is so valuable when he plays with. He's valuable all the time, especially with Langenbrunner and Pandolfo. They can generate attack. They're not just a checking log.
Off the blocker again. Giguère keeps kicking that puck out into the slot. Behind the net, Marshall center, hit Giguère. And the rebound cleared. We may see the rustiness of the long layoff puck late in the game rather than early.
I agree. They look way out of sync even more in this period than in the first.
Gomez center for Elias, who was cutting. Good play by Ruslan Soleil to take him out of it. Back comes Thomas the other way. Thomas at the dot. White hangs on. Centering pass intercepted. Elias on the far side. Patrick Elias, Soleil with it. Soleil, Gomez up the other side. That one gets blocked into the corner. Elias looking for someone to go to. Didn't have anybody. Played around the boards by Wisniewski and out of the zone. Great to have you with us here for Game 1. Exclusive coverage. Get the overhead view from our RoboCam working its way along the near side boards. Off the draw, tipped into the zone. Back to get it. White in the corner. Oates was on it. Shot wide of the net near side. Here in the second period, Anaheim has had only 3 shots. The Devils have put up 11. 2-on-1 again. Braylon cutting. Shot saved. Giguère bounced up in the air and came back to the faceoff dot. Another wrong man.
That is 6 now. Soleil decided to take shape of blue line. Opened it. Friesen ever just called White. But mistakes. I mean, there's a lot of brain locking by the Mighty Ducks.
And 6-1, you see the odd-man rushes. Here's the defenseman, White, coming the other way after he took that hit. He shot. Giguère will make the save and hang on. It gets a little.
He hits clean, he hits fair, and he hits for keeps.
He's only had 12 penalty minutes here in this playoff here. Face-off one back. Devils got screwed up on the play. Tommy Atlas going to play it back in center. Pro dropped it off the far side. Ozelin sends it in. Ladura coming back to get it. The Devils are doing to the Ducks what they have done to so many teams all year. Just clamping down.
Obviously, the game is up for grabs. It's a 1-goal lead. Should the Ducks tie it, then the game is still up for grabs. Should the Devils get the next goal and make it a 2-0 game?
Let's go eat.
That's a whole. Let's just have some food right here.
Both of these teams have not lost in the playoff year when they have scored first. Right back in, Jason Crowe, setting Swinard, backhander block. Tommy Atwood got a stick up. Cleared back up the near side. And McKenzie going to move it out of the zone. Crowe back to get it. Jason Crowe at the University of New Hampshire. Both checked away deeper into the corner. Crowe there. Lewandowski keeps putting the hit on. Freed into the middle. Tommy Atwood is there. Moving out of the zone. Both teams want to change it up. Gunned in, center, knocked down. Jerry Bisick sent it in to get the change. And the Ducks, Sandy Ozelin leads it far side. Devils, when they get that lead, want to just play defense until you get really frustrated and make a mistake, and then they'll score again. Block. Stevens had to come back to get it. Went off Ron Niederman. Pandolfo sends it wide. Langenbrunner Langenbrunner feathers that one out for Madden, but couldn't connect.
Gary, that's the way Anaheim plays too. They wait for your mistake, or they'll force a mistake, and then they try to eat you on your mistake. It's just that they're making all the mistakes right now. Brunning said, you know what? We may just end up with the exact matchup that they want. I think we both want the same thing, and you know what? He was right. Nobody's tried to get away from the matchup.
Elias save made by Jaguar. No, they stayed right with it right from the opening faceoff in this game. Elias dropped it, intended for Marshall. Elias Gomez on this line. Chipped into the middle and blocked by White. We've not heard much from Paul Correa here in game one so far. He's not handled the puck. He didn't have a shot in the first period. Thomas trying to send it in, but that's a two-line pass. As teams say, when you get into these playoff series, things heat up in a hurry. There's Correa. Lamoriello to take up the Yankee head post. So not appointing to head anything. Brian Cashman, current GM of the Yankees, just fell off his chair. Chance save made by Jaguar up and into the netting. Let's get out of Darren Bag.
Hey, thanks very much, Gary. We talked earlier about the New Jersey Devils going between the legs. As Bill said, it looks like such an enticing target. But we've seen now the Devils go wide to the post, forcing him to stretch out. He's got a very underrated glove as he made 3 straight glove saves. Then it's to the blocker side, making him work. Now on the goal, I think the reason why he was a little out of position was the fact that he thought that Friesen, fellas, was going to fire that on a one-timer, and he didn't.
Friesen right now is one dangerous scorer. He's got the touch. He feels it. Jaguar has had to do a lot of moving in this game because the Devils are moving the puck. Face off to the left side of Jaguar this time. Langenbrunner against Ruchin. Ruchin won it. Havlet is double teamed. Had it blocked. Havlet, Pandolfo, and Madden were up there. Pandolfo had it. Along the boards, Langenbrunner helped out. Good squeeze to get that puck back. Langenbrunner, Havlet, do battle along the near side boards. Niedermayer's got it. Niedermayer dropped it off for Keith Carney. Carney will dump it in. Brodeur will come back to play at 2:29 left to go, second period. Devils leading at 1-0. Rocking along. Stevens looking near side for Madden. Madden's got a little room. Madden's off the circle. Save made, Jaguar.
Yep, just a bit of a difference in the second period. The Devils have just been all over the Mighty Ducks.
Back up the near side board. Sikora sends it in after getting hit by White. Niedermayer, far side Gianna trying to move it up. Held in the zone. Player pinned up by Niedermayer. Adam Oates. Sikora immediately hit by White. Devils are not going to give Sikora room to maneuver. White blocks that. Put it up and out. Ruslan Soleil back at center. Look out. Intercepted again. Friesen and Soleil. And the wrap in the corner. Stig gets up on Soleil's head. He retaliates by taking his man down. Leclerc drops it out. Devils get back.
But again, Sandis Ozolinsh was in at the half mark. That's why Friesen sprung out.
Open Dan Bilesma chance. Brodeur knocks it away. Has it in the pads. No, we thought he did. He was behind the net.
So did Dan Bilesma. He stood there buying it.
Bilesma was waiting for the rebound. But the puck had already gone by. Two-line pass whistled there with a minute 19 left.
It's really kind of funny. Sandis Ozolinsh has to get a bit of a rest after having a back check from getting caught in deep. Here's the play with Bilesma cutting in. Sharp angle. Went up. Watch Dan Bilesma. 21 for the Mighty Ducks. Okay, come on. Put it down for me. Where is it? Oh, it's over there.
Over there.
And Dan Bilesma has played well. He came into the playoffs in the Minnesota series for Anaheim. Did a good job killing penalties. And I think Mark Chouinard and Dan Bilesma have been the two most physical Mighty Ducks in this game so far.
For Bilesma, the 5th playoff game that he has played in this year. Jason Krog in the middle. Krog drops it off far side. Bilesma, Krog, and Paulson. It's loose behind the net. Stevens pinned it up, knocked it away, but not out. Bilesma sends it back in the middle for Krog. He let it go. Elias picks it up. 1 minute left to go in the period. Bisick sent it in near side. Came right back to center. Stevens again. Knocked it away. Bilesma. Bisick will take it far side. Sauer's got it. Sauer ships that one deeper into the zone. Devils come back to play. 43 seconds left to go. The only goal coming in this period at 1:45. Friesen getting his 6th of the playoff year from Breland and Gianna to give the Devils a 1-0 lead. And right now the Devils are out shooting the Ducks 21-8 in the game. Came off the dash of Madden. Madden ships it over for Langenbrunner. Back to Pandolfo. 20 to go in the period. tic-tac pass. Carney couldn't break it up first time. He does now. Off Langenbrunner's stick. Niedermeyer again intentionally sends it back to Brodeur. They do the triangle move to get it out of the zone. That's twice we've seen that done by the Devils. Both times it's been Paul Correa closing in on the puck. Blocked by Pandolfo. And that's going to do it. We've completed 2 periods of play. And the Devils have the only goal in a 1-0 lead on ESPN. Barry Thornbell coming upstairs here with you. We are mighty happy you're along as these two teams mirror images of one another, relying on defense. That one sent in offside. We are underway here in the third. The other thing, Bill, we were looking at, you look at the numbers here for Anaheim, shot-wise, it's not good.
No, if you look at the top 2 offensive lines, the one with Paul Correa on it, the man right there, Rob Niedermeyer, he's on one of the other top offensive lines because Paul Correa is on the line with him, and you've got Oates and Sikora. Those 2 lines have combined for 2 shots, and Rob Niedermeyer has them both. That's it.
No shots for Paul Correa through 2 periods here, and the first finals game he's ever been involved in. That's Correa right there. That got bumped away to center. Correa has seen this line, the Madden line out there against him throughout the night. Langenbrunner has played a lot against him on the same side. That will be dumped in. Brodeur trying to block it. Ruchin came up, bumped away to center. Keith Carney will come back to get it. Carney leads the team in ice time through 2 periods, almost 14 minutes. Ruchin trying to tip it into the zone, couldn't get it. Madden's got it. Madden, he'll ship it in. They want to change up. Hamelin back to get it. Nick Hamelin, far side for Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer through center. His teammates changing. He's getting on the ice out of Oates. Oates trying to dump it in. Niedermeyer knocked it down and sends it the other way, and there'll be no icing. Sandis Hoselinch coming back to get it. Hoselinch, the 30-year-old, no longer in Latvia, as we affectionately call him.
He has wanted in the offensive zone a number of times early in this game when he really didn't have to force it and got caught. So as this third period moves along, he'll have greater license to do just that, to move in deep.
Leclerc, chance, pretty good save right there. Marty Brodeur with the left hand, but he saw it all the way. There's Hoselinch, got it down low to Oates. Oates, centering pass for Leclerc, blocked, came back to Sikora. Sikora, Oates, center. That comes back to the line. Play here, Sauer, shot, save, rebound was swept in under the glove of Brodeur.
Close call there, but survived. Jeff Friesen, he's got the goal in this one. He was Mr. Everything against the Ottawa Senators in Game 2, a game winner. In Game 4 against Ottawa, a game winner. And how about the dramatic Game 7 goal he scored with just over 2 minutes to go to send his Devils to the Stanley Cup Finals. 3 game-winning goals in 1 series for Jeff Friesen.
You have got to tell that story, Bill, we talked about earlier, about Jeff Friesen. When that goal was scored to win Game 7 with a couple 2.5 minutes left, the light never came on. It still hasn't come on. But there was a reason why Friesen did not celebrate.
He didn't celebrate till his guys got around him. He told me a story today. He said in '99 playing for San Jose, he scored with just over 2 minutes to go in Game 6 of the series against Colorado, which he thought was going to force a Game 7. He jumped up in the air. He pumped his fist. He did a great dance. The Avs came back and tied and then won. In the handshake after the game, Claude Lemieux said, "Don't ever do that again, kid, until you're really sure your team has won the game." And Lemieux was playing for Colorado. Friesen said, "I wanted to sucker punch him, but he was speaking to me from the heart. He was trying to help me." He said, "I've never forgotten that."
It's a great story. And to be able to remember that in a Game 7 where you just scored the goal is probably going to win it, and to have that in your mind is amazing. And he did, because you could see he started to celebrate, and then he just stopped. Right. That'll be played by Jaguar into the corner. Elias was over. Hit put on by Soleil. Freed up by the Ducks. We're in the third period. 21-10 the shots in favor of New Jersey. She stopped the rookie moving in. He got taken out of the play off the near side. Cleared up. Lewandowski with a good check. 2-on-1 the other way. Gomez and Gomez. Save Jaguar. Another on-man rush. McKenzie was on the other side. Gomez the right move. He's the scorer. Sent indeed. Carney back together. 7-1 odd-man rushes. A real lopsided number, and one that the Ducks just have had no part of here in the playoffs until tonight.
And you know what? You don't come out as the team that has all those odd-man rushes and say to yourselves, sitting on the bench, "Come on, guys, let's get some odd-man rushes." You can't do that unless the other team cooperates with mistakes or bad decisions, and that's what the Mighty Ducks have done for the Devils.
Niedermeyer picks it up near side for Gianna. Gianna looking into the middle. He's got Pandolfo, and he's open. Here's Pandolfo in. Pandolfo shot. Save made again by Jaguar. Put that one in just prevented a 2-0 lead for the Devils. Niedermeyer trying to send it in. Knocked back out by Scott Niedermeyer's brother, Steve Ruchin. Gianna's lost his stick. Ruchin sees it, trying to turn back in, but he's offside.
Look at this play that Gianna made to Jay Pandolfo. Pandolfo went backhanded. He tried to get it up in the air. Yeah, I don't think he was trying to go 5-0. Looked like he was trying to lift it over him. The Devils well schooled. They know. Jeff Friesen even said between periods when he was interviewed, he said, look, I played with Jiggy. I know a couple of his tendencies. He's a big goaltender, and when he's down the bottom 18 inches of the net, you can forget about him. You've got to get the puck up high on him.
Pandolfo with a chance. Pandolfo, no points last 3 games for Pandolfo and the Devils. Jaguar moves out to get it. Bounced it. Not a particularly good play off the dash, and that's why Jaguar does not like to play the puck. Turnover gives the Devils another chance. Comes to the near side, though. Pushed up the wall by Jason Krog. Biles got the center. Devils get it back. Turning. Rayon got leveled again. Hit by Biles. Now Rayon's had a tough night. He got his nose squashed on a face first into the ice earlier in the game. Just off the bench, Friesen played it back into the middle. Devils trying to get a line change completed. Jason Krog sends it in. 2 Hobey Baker Award winners for best college players in the country. One of them, Jason Krog, right there. Paul Correa, the other, involved in this final. Near side 2-line pass.
Well, by Thursday night, one of these teams that will precede every Stanley Cup final game. But you know, Gary, this last, but I can't count the number of times the Mighty Ducks have been guilty of 2-line passes because their forwards are standing on the far side of the red line. I mean, at least a half a dozen times. And you know what? That's the easiest thing in the world to avoid. So that tells you that they're just not sharp.
They're just not coming back to play the puck. Breland saw that coming, and Sikora got the worst of the hit on that as he went down. Rafalski moves it up. Intended for Gianna. It'll be played by Keith Carney. Carney back in his own end. Carney, the 33-year-old veteran, working out there on D. And just about every game, he's the leader in ice time. Intercepted. That'll be sent in by Gianna. Played behind the net by Carney. Looking near side, Leclerc. Couldn't reach it. Those are the passes Bill's talking about. They're not connecting on. And that will be touched up on the icing code. These Mighty Ducks up for sale. Right now they are owned by Disney. Headed by Michael Eisner, Chairman, CEO. They just sold the Angels, the baseball team that won the World Series. And now you've got a club here that's got a chance to win the Stanley Cup. How about that?
Come and get yourself a Stanley Cup final team.
Come on. Niedermeyer a chance. Save made, or at least bounced off somebody wide. Jaguar was screened. Gomez leaves it. Centered. Elias. Elias, what a move! Picks it up. Save made. Elias centered. Motion scores! Great motion! What a setup by Patrick Elias! Maybe Jaguar ought to check his equipment. He's got so much on he can't feel the puck.
But that's, how many times does that happen? Way more than we've seen, Gary, in any other game in the playoffs where Jaguar thought he had the puck and wasn't even close to having it.
And freezing.
Right, well, he thinks he's got it in his gear, his shirt, his jersey, something.
Don't you think he looks about 3 times bigger than the games we've seen in previous series? I'm not kidding. I look at him in net tonight, and I swear his shoulders look a couple of inches higher and wider.
It's the myth.
Thank you very much.
And the Devils are proving that it is a myth right now.
It's 2-0 New Jersey. Keith Carney back in his own end. So the Devils have a 2-0 lead here in the 3rd period of game 1. Niedermeyer knocked away by Langenbrunner. And sent it back into the zone. Cleared back out Stevens. Stevens up for Matt. Matt will just ship it in. Now the Devils will really roll their lines. And the Ducks are going to be forced to have to try and get their top 2 offensive lines out there more. Back behind the net, Bisick. He gets tied up. Hoffman swung him around. Bisick looking. Bisick wanted to center, dropped it off. And Rayon's trying to get set up. McKenzie, Bisick, and Rayon on this line. Back up to Tommy Avalon, who'll hold it in. Shipping it down low again. McKenzie couldn't handle that one. Bisick on the near side. He tried to get it back into the middle. Rolls up the boards. Niedermeyer got it out. The goal at 5:34. Marshall's 5th, as Bill said, of the playoff year. Elias and Gomez pick up the assist. So as the Devils generally do, you've got 6 people with points in the game, and they're all 6 different people. Cleared in wide. Near side for Bilesman. Played along the boards by Jason Krog. Back for Bilesman. Now taken by White on the far side. Giguère came in, the #1 goaltender in the playoffs in both save percentage and goals against. Marty Brodeur, #2 in each of those categories this playoff year. Up the near side wall, Crow dumped it. Niedermeyer, White. Back for Niedermeyer. He'll play it behind the net. Both teams coming up over the boards.
It didn't take long for Mike Babcock to put Paul Correa with Adam Oates, and you're going to see Peter Sikora out here with them. All the eggs are in the one basket now. He's got no choice. Of course, that will play in to the Devils' defense. Madden is out there, so is Scott Stevens.
Madden again, shot in behind the net. Here comes Jamie Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner back for Madden. Madden a shot, short side, save, rebound. Madden, it goes wide. Langenbrunner waiting. Gets the pass from Madden. Ozolinsh with the handcuffs on. Pandolfo sent it right back in. Jamie Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner drops it off. Madden, this line is something. Shot, save with Pandolfo screening. The New Jersey Devils right now. Stadium of the previous arenas where 7 times you've had that happen. But the Nets and Devils, they'd like to change that to be the first.
So if the Devils win, the Nets are in trouble, right?
Deep trouble. Don't know who to cheer for. Madden dropped it off. They both got the same boss. They're going to figure out who to cheer for. That one taken away by Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer looking for Leclerc in the middle. Leclerc, Niedermeyer, and Ruchin on this line. Sent back out to center.
The adjustment that Mike Babcock makes is he flips Mike Leclerc and Paul Correa back and forth. So pretty solid checking line for the Mighty Ducks, but they are looking for offense. And here comes the offensive unit now that Mike Babcock has put together. But nobody is getting it done for the Mighty Ducks because the Devils are in the driver's seat with the seatbelt on. And just a few miles to go with 11 minutes and 10 seconds in this third period and a 2-goal lead.
Paul Correa still looking for his first shot of the game. Taken back by Gianna. In the playoff season, Oates and Leclerc lead the Ducks with 10 points each. 5 goals for Correa, the leading goal scorer in the playoffs.
Kind of interesting, Gary. I mean, this is not the matchup that Pat Burns would like ideally. Ooh, look at this. And he's not trying to change it. Scott Stevens is not out there. John Madden is not out there.
That one off the blocker. Good play by Brodeur. Paul Correa, that shot went in wide. Sikora was down low. Correa fans on it. Turns it towards the net. Sikora, shot blocked. That was Brodeur reaching out with Adam Oates right in front of him. So this line of scorers and passers creates an opportunity for the Ducks. One of the few they've had here in the third period. Ozolinsh back up as they change. Ozolinsh dumped it in the middle. Crow knocked it down. Crow trying to roll it in. It went off Brodeur's stick. Just trickled through. And went off his stick and wide. Back to center Keith Carney. Carney to Ozolinsh. Ozolinsh tip pass up Schwannard. Bilesma. Schwannard puts the hit on in the middle. Dan Bilesma rode it in. Brodeur there. Puck underneath him. Did not go in. Let's check in with Sam.
The NHL. Giguère's got big gear. Martin Brodeur, some of the smallest all around. Gloves, blocker, pads, you name it. He doesn't get by with the size of his gear.
Flexibility, movement, very solid though in play.
Great skater. The underrated thing about Brodeur is his skating ability. And then that really leads to agility. But that's how he gets to all of the pucks that he gets to bail his D-man out.
Back into the middle. Rafalski blocked it off. Rafalski moves it up through center. Ayon couldn't connect on that one. Hit put on Ruchin. Freed it up Carney. Carney backed it up to the far side in the middle for Ruchin. Devils making sure they have 4 back at all times. And center ice with only 1 forechecker, if that, with a 2-0 lead. Ozolinsh, they were still in the zone, had it clear. They do. Sikora sends it in. So Oates comes back out. Sikora, Oates, and Correa. They will take 1 shift off and then be back out on the ice here with 9:05 to go in the third. Drop pass intended for Madden. Gets blocked off Sikora. Madden reaching, couldn't get it. Correa will move it in. Ozolinsh a trailer. Dropped it to him. Ozolinsh back for Correa. Correa sent it. Oates. Brodeur! Oates had run out of room. He was almost behind the goal line.
He had run out of room, and he did a magnificent job of even seeing the pass coming to him because Colin White was like...
Bears with you here at 8:51 to go third period. Devils trying to put away this game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. We will take you through however many games there are to the Stanley Cup being awarded. Touched up for an icing call. Let's check in with Derek Pack.
Thank you, Gary. Game 1 against Detroit, Giguère had 63 saves. Again, Game 1 against Dallas, 60, and Minnesota, 39.
Now, I'm not saying he's the responsible party for this being a 2-0 deficit, but in watching how technically perfect this goaltender is and has become, he's had some adventures in this game. And on that last one, you know, clearly, fellas, he thought that was in his shoulder, as Billy and Gary, you had mentioned, and he's so good at sucking pucks into his body. He was shocked that that puck bounced outside of his arm.
Better check the motor on that shot vac that he uses to suck all those pucks right to him. Velcro.
The Devils set. Correa, chance, block. Paul Correa right through the wickets on that one. Gets blocked again. Roll back up. Langenbrunner's got Pandolfo. Gunned it in off the blocker. Another big kick out. Pandolfo there. Trying to run it up the boards. Madden, Pandolfo. Chance, save, rebound. Just underneath the stick into the boards of Langenbrunner. Missed it. High up along the wall. It'll be sent around the net. Corner. The Devils said that one of the things that was essential if they were going to beat Jaguar was to get traffic down low. But that's where you'd score. They've done that.
Yeah, they've done everything they wanted to. They really have. The Devils have played a picture-perfect game. Brodor's made a couple of big saves, but he's only faced 11 total shots.
Brodor wraps that one around. 28-11 the shots in favor of the Devils. And that'll clear up and over the glass for a souvenir. And this remote. Nope. And the Devils are a primary reason for that. Soleil along the wall. Up behind the net, Niedermeyer. Leclerc trying to get in front. Ruchin's also there. Now the D is joining it. Everybody's up. Everybody.
There wasn't a defenseman at the blue line.
That one blocked. There's still nobody there. There is nobody back at the blue line. Now they get back. Niedermeyer jumps into the middle of Breland. Breland to the red. And that'll be pushed into the zone by White. Meyer came back to get it. Devils immediately drop out of the zone. Breland, the only forechecker up. The other four Devils back at center, and that's why. Tommy Avalon there to knock it away. Sent back in. Soleil's got to come back to get it. And he'll take it back in behind the net. Marty Brodor's had 4 shutouts his playoff year. 4. Right now with 7 minutes left to go in the third period, he's shutting out the Ducks 2-0. Not having to work hard at it so far. Move back up for Marshall. Leaves it Gomez. Gomez down the middle. Open shot. Save. Jaguar. Rebound. Marshall. Fanned on it. It was a bouncing puck along the wall. It gets stolen. Good play by Elias. Back to Marshall to Gomez. Gomez off the skate. Marshall. Back for Gomez. Gomez looking in the middle. Elias. Patrick Elias taken away by Thomas. Not up. Tommy Avalon. Right back to Gomez. Gomez. Center. Didn't have anybody there. Paulson. Danny Paulson moves it up and out of the zone. Paulson out of Sweden, 5 years, played there, senior league in Sweden before coming to the NHL. It's going to be whistled, delayed offside call.
Paul Correa is not the only one without a shot. And in his previous 28 career playoff games, he's had at least 1. But he's not alone. With only 11 shots, there are a few other guys, but Paul Correa came on so strong against the Minnesota Wild that he is one of the key offensive cogs in this Anaheim wheel, but not able to get anything done in this game at all. The Devils deserve a lot of credit for coming off a real emotional series against Ottawa, coming right back and playing the way they played best.
Ruchin won that faceoff, got it back to Correa, but Langenbrunner bumped him off the chance. That'll be sent in by Carney around the far side for Pandolfo. That's Correa over on the hit into the middle of Madden. Madden will gain the red, feather it up the boards. Forcing Keith Carney to come back together. Carney with Langenbrunner up. Backs up. Hit it up. Ruchin cleared it out. Over to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer. Paulson flipped it away. Here's Carney with Pandolfo. Moving it back in. Madden chance deflected. Madden never got the shot through. Blocked. Ruchin went falling on the ice in front of Madden. Here's Paul Correa again. Correa up the near side. Pandolfo right on it. And forced to gun it in. Rafalski holds Correa up. Stevens backs it up. Rafalski turn and clears it out of the zone. Slay gets chase. Ozolin's there first. 5:20 left. Third period. 2-0. Save made. Marty Brodor. Sakura shot it in from center. Near side Sauer held it in the zone. Turned. Leclerc down low. Just wide. Adams trying to redirect. Went through it. Oates gets leveled over there. Sakura holds it in. White knocked it down. And that's going to be whistled. That was hit with a
On neck there for John Madden.
Back it comes to Soleil. Leaves it on top. Ozelin. A wrister. Brodor blocked it. Covers it.
Now Brodor won't put any pucks back into action here. He's going to just try to vacuum everything up and hold it for a face-off. These guys have done a really good job too of winning their share of face-offs. They trailed after 2 periods, but it's not about raw numbers now. It's just about winning the big ones in your end, or if you lose them, making sure you got coverage there. Southwest Airlines goal cam shows a little bit of the agility of Marty Brodeur.
Keep in mind, Marty Brodeur comes into this game the all-time leader in goals against in playoff history with a 1.85. He's trying to uphold it here. And great to have you with us for this game one from New Jersey. The Devils leading and shot deflected wide. Big wind up by Ozelin. Very thoughtful Clement and our crew will take you through the Stanley Cup Finals, however many games there may be. Anaheim dropped it off. Deflected back to Ozelin. Shot again deflected. Brodeur bouncing. Puck that he blows.
Will come to an end officially tomorrow when Patrick Law announces his retirement.
Nice face-off win by Ruchin. Again, Korea the chance, but it got blocked. Sports Center coming along all the days. Highlights and news as soon as we are complete here in game one. Hamlet got it back in behind the net. Hamlet it up for Niedermeyer. These Mighty Ducks in the previous 3 series this year in the playoffs had an overtime game in each of the game ones they played. They won them all. They all went into OT. Right now they're down 2-0 with 4 minutes left to go in the third. Rafalski drops back to get it. Over for Stevens. His feather pass. Madden just kicks that one back. And it'll be sent in by Niedermeyer. Played back. Keith Carney in behind the net. Right back with you Thursday here on ESPN. Meadowlands, game 2. Niedermeyer. Ruchin. Ruchin dropped it. Shot. Save again. That was Paul Korea coming through. Ruchin has set him up 3 times here in this period. Moved in Elias. Little screen. Blocked. Elias fanned on it. Rolls to the boards. White shot. That one wide short side. Niedermeyer will let it come back to him at center ice. Up for Gomez. Gomez sends it in. Knocked down to Elias. Elias avoids the check. Boy, is he good at that. Elias has great peripheral vision. You'll see him jump out of the way. The guy's trying to hit him a lot. Gomez takes a little hit, but whistle already blown for a face-off here. Gomez responds to us and a little face rub.
Dan Maruelli didn't even want to call penalties there. It's like, come on, boys, calm down. But the Mighty Ducks know that this one's pretty well slipped away. If they get one quick one, they can certainly get a little boost of adrenaline and try to get something going. But Paul Korea, moments ago, had his first shot on goal in this game. That tells you how tight defensively the Devils have been and how the Mighty Ducks have struggled to generate anything on Marty Brodeur.
Back in behind the net. Picked up by Hamlet. Flared it out through center. Back to get it, Tommy Hamlet. What a great playoff this has been for Tommy Hamlet, who was like the extra defenseman for the Devils in the regular season. Suddenly has found a spot. He's back in the lineup.
Nothing extra about him anymore.
Playing on an extra regular basis. Sports Center's coming up as soon as we're done here. 2:43 left to go. All the day's highlights. And a lot of sports going on around the world. Well, this Continental Arena crowd has had a lot to cheer for here in this game. The Devils have played a magnificent game.
Jeff Friesen never felt that he belonged in Anaheim. He said they were always the enemy when I was in San Jose. And by the way, that story that I told, he was playing for San Jose at the time. He said they were our arch rivals. I never felt like it belonged. One time we're trying to replace one of the most popular players in the history of pro sports in Teemu Selanne, who I got traded for. So this is truly a new beginning for Jeff Friesen when he came to the New Jersey Devils.
It has worked. Here's Gianna from the blue line. Blocked by Sandy Soselin. Played by Jaguar to the near side corner. Devils trying to hold it in camp. Leclerc will come back to get it. Breland trying to send it in. Leclerc blocked it. Soleil. Breland was right there with him. The goals, 1:45 of the second period. Friesen from Breland and Gianna. 5:34 of the third period. Marshall is fifth in the playoffs from Elias and Gomez. 2 even strength goals for the New Jersey Devils. We have not had a penalty since the first period of this game, and only 3 penalties total. Keith Carney goes back to get it. Both of these teams in the regular season and in the playoffs, very few penalties. And you can see the Ducks here just waiting for this to get over.
Not only that, Steve Ruchin just skated right over the puck and stole it from Keith Carney, and they flubbed it in front of Jaguar. Here goes Jaguar to the bench now.
Extra skater out there, sent back for Niedermeyer. Minute 30 to go. Jaguar's out, empty net, other end. Carney hit by Langenbrunner. And it'll be knocked against the wall by Carney. again. Stevens there doing battle. Puck checked away. Langenbrunner. Carney got it. Carney drops it off the wide side point. Havlat turns. Sends it into the corner. Came in front. Ruchin trying to deflect the backhander towards the net. Couldn't get it there. And we play it off the near side. Stevens. Ruchin. We got an empty net at the other end, but all the play here is around the wall. Niedermeyer. Brodeur going for a shutout. With 1 minute left to go. Marty Brodeur. A chance here to pick up his 5th shutout of this playoff year. The first shutout the Oilers will have had in a Stanley Cup Finals game.
Remember, he scored a goal in the playoffs. And with a two-goal lead, if the puck happens to get shot in on him, he may just try to lock one down. He can shoot a puck 83 miles an hour with forwards, gloves, and a goalie stick.
Sent it wide of the net. Marty Brodeur thought about it maybe. The crowd wanted it. That empty net is tantalizing for a goaltender. Tantalizing, freezing. Empty netter. Oh, yeah.
Jeff Friesen a 2-goal game and a 1-game lead for the Devils.
18 seconds left to go. Most shutouts in a playoff year. Dominik Hasek got 6 with Detroit. Brodeur, if he can end these final seconds, will have 5. Kicks that one out deep. His 18th career playoff shutout, second only to Waugh. Game 1, final score, Devils 3, the Ducks nothing.